Welcome back to the second half of the Bobby Dupre Show. Hopefully everybody's back on watching the program again, and if you missed the first half, well, you can watch the rerun of it on your local television or your computer at 7 a.m. on Friday, or you can watch it on Saturday and Sunday, and people watch it 4 times, they tell me. They watch every time it comes on because they missed something. They felt maybe they missed something.
Jam-packed with information.
That's correct. So anyhow, welcome back. We have several death notices that we'd like to mention real briefly. Mr. Theo Ledoux Sr., longtime friend, age 88, and by his friends and family, Big Daddy they called him, and quite a man. He and his wife Lou had a camp next door to the Red Camp on Darbone Bay. And I used to kid him when they'd get there to cut the grass. He'd get the lawnmower started, and she'd go and she'd cut all the grass, and he and I would drink a beer together. and I had several beers with him over the years from the Plaisance area, and Mom and Daddy, and he and Cody and John, they all grew up together. My deepest sympathies. And Miss Lou, I know you're going to miss your husband of many, many years. And another person who died, and didn't get much details, but Billy Ray Hooks, we call him Billy Hooks, from Port Barre.
If you ever drank coffee at King's Truck Stop, you probably had a cup of coffee with Mr. Billy Ray Hooks.
Sat at usually the first or the second table when you walked in on the right. That's generally where that group sat. And his age was 67, a little younger than, I thought he was more my age, but
I also saw
a couple of years younger than me.
Also saw during the commercial break, King's Truck Stop has a little TV ad that, not a mention ad, but a TV ad.
Oh yeah, we always mention
it's all together. We mention them anyway. Good morning, King's Truck Stop, Miss Paulette Olivier, Mr. Blaine Guillory, and the whole crew over there.
That's correct. They have a good staff, good food, and Subway sandwiches are super good. Very, very good. They do just that little extra to make them just a little bit better than the other Subways around.
There you go.
And another person who passed away, and Carolyn Fakuri called me, and this is Jerry Fakuri Sr. That was Nick's brother, and of course Carolyn's husband was Nick, and also Jacob Fakuri was the other brother. And Jerry was moved to Baton Rouge, I guess, soon after graduating from high school, and moved to Baton Rouge and became a very successful real estate contractor, just an entrepreneur, I guess you could say. And he's got, I think, about 3 sons who have followed in his footsteps, and 1 or 2 of them developed the property out on I-12, what is that, Cabela's? Is that Cabela's?
No.
Bass Pro Shop
is 12. 10 is Cabela's.
Yeah, I think it was the one on 12.
Right.
So that family is well known. Our deepest sympathies. And Miss Betty, sorry I couldn't be with the family.
How about one more funeral?
How about that one? Last American veteran of World War I dies. He was 110 years old, just made 110.
And he said he snuck in. He was 15 or 16, and he lied about his age, and he had to go to 2 or 3 places before they finally would take him. But evidently they figured out he was underage because they tried to keep him, looks like ambulance work and that type of thing, where he didn't have to, this was in the First World War, they tried to keep him out of the major combat in First World War. Then he served again in the Second World War. So, I mean, what a man, 110 years old, the last American
Frank
who was in
Buckles.
World War I. Yeah, I mean, really incredible story. And he says, I didn't see any action in World War I. He said, but not because I wasn't ready to serve wherever they wanted me.
And he campaigned for a National War Memorial in Washington,
which is being developed right now. It's not finished yet, but it's being developed. So hopefully it'll get that done.
I think that takes care of our death notices.
How about a sponsor then? How about Benny's Supermarket? Man, I got a bunch of stuff on Benny's.
Ooh,
I can tell you.
It's colorful like
it's
the
like
Mardi Gras.
And if you want to go get Mardi Gras king cakes, they got king cakes there right now still. They've got, if you're going to do all the crab balls and different type of cooking you're going to do, I see they got seafood boil on sale. They've got corn on the cob on sale. They've also got, let me tell you about this, Blake's Brew House. You know Blake's worked there quite a long time. He's got a new idea. If you go in Mr. Bennis, you walk in the door to your left in the back corner where the beer normally was, they added a whole huge section of imported beers and microbrew beers. You know, so some of it might be like a Beta from right here in Louisiana. Some of it might
about
be
Highway 31?
Germany, Highway 31. All the local beers, all the overseas beers, all these unusual beers, and they're having a beer of the week. Full sale amber right now. Go and try it out. And I asked Blake, I said, now how I know that's a good beer? I said, I know those beer people just show up and they drop a case and they put a sign up and they walk away. He says, let me tell you, I'm sampling them all and I'm letting people know what I like, what I don't like. And I let them know what I like about it, what I don't like. Some people like a dark beer, some people like a lighter beer. So talk to Blake when you're there.
The amber is what, the light one?
Amber is a little bit darker, not dark.
Not like the
like Guinness Stout. No, not like Guinness.
Oh,
they got Guinness there too.
It's like chocolate.
I like that one. That was one of my favorite ones when I was in the beer business.
When we visited in London and Ireland.
You went to the place.
I went to the place,
yeah.
and we had dinner, and they have an entertainment room there, and it was quite an experience, and I got to liking the beer, but when I got back, I went back to my regulars.
Don't forget Benny's for 7 days a week, deli with all the home cooking that you want, great meat department, great selection of fresh produce, little Benny's Sports Shack as well, and Miss Mary's little gift shop as well.
This is something I know now and then you need to go to the Daily World and drop off some information, maybe for an obituary, or maybe you have a picture of an event that took place and you want a story, you want a little story for it in the newspaper. Maybe you want to run some ads in the for sale section. Whatever you might need to go to the office for, they have changed their office hours. The Daily World will be open to the public Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. The customer service counter will be closed from 11:30 to noon for their lunch. Half hour. And new office hours, and then they repeat it again, 9 a.m. to 11:30 and then noon to 3 p.m.
You got it.
So if you need to get something taken care of, please follow these instructions.
Slimco scholarships. If you want to get a Slimco scholarship, they got 20 scholarships they're giving out, $2,000 scholarships. You got to have at least 30 hours of credit already, and they want you to be either a Slimco customer or a child of a Slimco customer. You can go to slimco.com to get more information. They're going to give out the scholarships in June at the annual meeting at the Cajun Dome, like they have every year. But I think you've got to get your application in by May the 5th. So go to slimco.com or call Miss Mary Laurent at 896-2520.
Don't throw that away now. You're going to have that.
That's my good file.
Oh, that's your good file. Okay, all right.
When you see me throw that at the TV, that's the one that don't leave.
Mardi Gras is this coming Tuesday.
Yes.
And of course, I'm going to be at the Mamu Hilton, and that's just a term we use for my little apartment there.
Sure.
And on the back side of that's the OPAC building, right in the back of Kazan Hotel, directly across the street from the post office, and the police station is tied into the building. Well, on the back side, Monday and Tuesday, we'll be over there, and Tuesday we'll be barbecuing some little pork steaks and making a little sandwich. So if you're around, come and visit, and maybe need the bathroom or something like that. We've got good, clean bathrooms, and that's a big.
How much does it cost to stay over there?
Free.
Man, what a deal.
Free.
How can you go wrong?
Everything is free. So anyhow, if you're in Mamu, come by and visit and tell me hello, and we'll take a picture, and we'll all pass a good time. Now, let's not forget the half-fast crew of Franks is having their Mardi Gras parade, and that is going to be on Mardi Gras Day. That's going to be Tuesday, March the 8th, and they'll roll off at 11 a.m. registration and everything can be done now. You can go in now and register your float or whatever you want. But and then and you have to start lining up at 9:30 on the east end of Landry Street. And the Grand Marshal this year is State Senator Albert Lee Guillory. Good morning,
Albert. Line up at his office. It's right there.
That's right there at his office. That's right. And then the crew of Franks. Tim Marks is the king, and Brand is the ring. Is the queen.
Well, fantastic.
And I was the king one year, and our queen was Cindy Veillon, and don't know her married name. But
you mean the king of Mardi Gras one year? You're the king every year.
Thanks.
It's good to be the king.
Hell yeah.
How about this one? You know, Eunice has got their Mardi Gras too, and that's going to go on Mardi Gras Day, March the 8th. You can go to Northwest Community Center from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. to register. Bring your ID. You better be 18 to 21, and you got to show what your age is so they put the right color band to make sure that you do the right thing. It's $30 a head. You got to wear traditional costumes when you go. Gumbo serve from 4 to 6 p.m. at the community center when the parade is over.
And they're having a living estate sale. Mrs. Alice, she was before marriage. She was Baudelaire of the Baudelaire Chevrolet family, and Mrs. Alice Dupre at 1717 George Drive. They're going to be having items that she, I guess, maybe is in a nursing home or something like that.
I think so.
Or living with maybe her daughter. It's Cheryl Cockrell. I think that's a daughter. Kind of what I gathered here. No, daughter.
I don't think.
Maybe? No,
I don't think it's a daughter. But
okay. Anyhow,
friend of family.
She sent this to us, and I'm sure you can find several items, and that's going to be Saturday, March the 5th. That's this Saturday, from 8 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
Very good.
So go by and pick you up something, and I might call them, and because it's a sale, it's not an auction.
Right.
Everything is priced, and I understand the pricing is very, very reasonable.
Dixie Storage, all your storage needs, personal and commercial, climate-controlled units, electricity type things. So if you want to store that big RV in and plug it in, they got that. If you got to have something nice and cool, maybe some electronics that you're worried about, they can do that as well. They've got locations throughout St. Landry Parish. They've got big warehouses for business, for personal, whatever you need. If you need loading docks, if you need railroad spur access, if you need them to do inventory control, and they've even got A+ glass. They've got Dixie One Trucking. They've got that can help finish delivering your load for you, move stuff around between their different warehouses. And they've got A+ Glass, their sister company in Lafayette, Annapolis, for all your commercial glass, personal glass, car glass, you name it, all that glass. Glass or glass? I want to say glass. I'm getting it out.
Okay.
How about this? Go ahead.
Homer Board.
You go ahead.
You know Homer?
I know Homer Board
from Port Barry. He has the little place called D's Galore. And that's named after his wife. The D's is
the wife and the kids.
And the kids, all their name starts with a D. Diane is his wife.
Correct.
And Homer on the 4th, which is going to be Friday night, he's got starting his music again, and on the back porch there, real neat little place, fun.
Right at 190 and Saison Street on Frisco Lane.
There you go. And the music this weekend, Friday, will be by Lance Dubrock from Port Barry, and Nicole Rockaway Hatton, and she has a beautiful voice, So good time. Now,
yes, hello. See you on the other side of 3.
The Port Barry Booster Club. He wants me to mention these things.
Go ahead.
Port Barry Booster Club is having the annual golf fundraiser on Monday, March the 7th. That is this coming Monday.
Right.
And of course, that is at Indian Hills Country Club. Then on March the 17th, Indian Hills Country Club is hosting a Texas Hold'em No Limit, is what how he described it. I don't know what that means, but you Texas Hold'em players from all through Acadiana, you might want to come over to Indian Hills Country Club. Registration is at 6 p.m. on March the 17th, and you can call the Indian Hills Country Club if you have any questions. And he told me that this they've held this before, and they have a real good attendance, so there's some money to be picked up. You buy into it. You put up, like, I think maybe it's either $40 or $60, and you get chips.
And
then the
when
last
the chips run out,
when then you can buy back maybe one